I'm here today.
I'm here today.
I'm here today.
I'm here today.
I'm here today. Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
At DPS, attendance is important. That's why we're challenging all schools to increase and improve their daily attendance. So I ask again, we're here today. Are you?
Are you?
For Black History Month, we're talking to DPS principals to talk about how their school represents the people they're named after. This episode, we have Charity Adams. Welcome.
Hi, hello.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Carla Goins, and as you know, I'm the principal at Charity Adams Early Academy for Girls. I have been in the district for 30 years and the principal at Charity for 7. This is my 7th year at Charity Adams.
Who was Charity Adams and why was she important?
Charity Adams was the first African-American female to lead her battalion in World War II. That was very rare at that time, so she was a phenomenal leader.
What do students learn about Charity Adams in your building?
So my students learned that Charity, one, as I stated, was a leader. She fought for equal rights, and she was just a trailblazer. So students learn how to lead, how to empower themselves, how to speak up for what is wrong, and we are strong believers in sisterhoods at Charity.
As a principal, how do you try to carry on Charity's legacy?
So we try to carry on Charity's legacy, one, by empowering our young ladies, cultivating their unique potential, making sure that they know they have a voice, and to speak up when they see that things are not right, and to be activists.
How do you celebrate Charity Adams during Black History Month after your building?
So this year, with the movie Tyler Perry created coming out, we're celebrating her by doing a special tribute to Charity Adams, so it's gonna be really awesome. So the young ladies will do a skit from the movie, so we're really excited. It'll be next Friday, February 28th.
Why should students attend Charity Adams Early Girls Academy?
Students should attend Charity Adams Early Academy for Girls because it's a phenomenal school. It's an all-girls school, and again, as I stated, we're about sisterhood, empowerment, and just creating that environment where our young ladies are thinking about careers that haven't existed yet, so we're pushing them to be leaders. So it's just an exciting and very powerful experience just being at an all-girls school.
What makes your school special?
My school is special, one, because it's a single-gender, all-girls school, and it's the only one in the area, in the state, as a primary middle school, all-girls school. And then also, when you enter our school, it's just a very warm, welcoming environment. It's a community, and it's a great place to be and work.
It's a very special project because we have young people who are voting for the first time in their lives. We've gone in, we've registered, we have almost 200 young people here to be a part of that whole process.
I just want to say I appreciate everybody coming out. This is so important for our children to see that adults in their community really appreciate them taking that first step to adulthood. I want to appreciate all of our elected officials, all of our candidates for coming out. And as we get down here, I want you to really understand what you're doing. Even though we go to different schools, we're in different communities, we're here together for one cause. And I want you to understand that today, you take that first step to understanding that this is your community.
All right, let's round them up. Let's go.
Voting is a big part of our nation, to vote future leaders, to vote people that can help improve our nation in different ways. It's just important for us to vote, as young people especially, to vote for the leaders that will have us set for the next couple of years. It felt really important to me because I feel like I'm taking that next step in my life, being able to vote for a leader.
You vote for candidates to benefit you, your livelihood, your family, and your community. Those 4 reasons. Not because someone is Democrat or Republican, male or female, tall or short, black or white. Those don't matter. What matters is the aspect of those individuals that you think will create high quality conditions for you
your commitment to learning, and we're here to extend the challenge. That's why we're asking every student, family, and staff member to be present and be engaged.
When we show up, we build a foundation here. And when we show up, we build a future.
I'm here today. I'm here today. I'm here today. I'm here today.
We believe in the power of showing up.
So we're here today. Are you?
Are you?
Tight ends right next to them. DBs right here next to them. Hey, everybody understand that? Let's go. Get to work. Get to work. Hey, get a break. Hey, hard work on three. Hard work on me. Hard work on three. 1, 2, 3. Hard! Get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Hello, my name is Marley, and this school is called Rufus H. Montessori School, and the show that you are watching is called Ask the Kindergarten. Ask the Kindergartner. Okay, so what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Miriam. What's your name? Dalton. Dalton? Yes. So, what's your favorite animal, Ashad? Lion. What's your favorite animal, Miriam? I like elephants. What's your favorite animal? A lion. What's your favorite cartoon, Ashad? Cartoon? Yes. All right, let's move on. What's your favorite cartoon? Super Kitties. Hey, why Super Kitties. Super Kitties. Why you? Ooh, I like that's that. Rude. What's your favorite? Spider-Man. Oh, wait. What's your favorite comic book, boy? What's your favorite comic book? Spider-Man. What's your favorite comic book? Not a show. Okay. Comic book? No, I don't got one. All right, what's your favorite comic book? I don't have one. What's your favorite comic book? I have. And that's perfectly fine, Miriam. I have. That's perfectly fine. I have a dinosaur one. Dinosaur? That's not a comic book. I don't like dinosaurs. Raise your hand. I don't have one. What's your favorite book if you don't have a comic book? A comic book? No, it's a book like those, not a comic book. No book. Okay. A Spider-Man one. What's your favorite book? Are you scared? No, you're scared. Is that the one that's right there? No, that's that one right there with the bunny and the bear. Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Okay, let's go outside, everybody. So let's move on. What's your favorite book? Dinosaur. Why does it always have to be dinosaurs? Because I like dinosaurs. What's your favorite food? No, no, I'm first. No, you're not. I get to choose who's first. I know you ain't supposed to talk back to me, lady. Oh. I will call you old man if you don't stop calling me old man. Did you just call me old man? So, okay, let's move on. What's your favorite movie? Spider-Man. What's your favorite movie? Dinosaurs. Why do I always have the dinosaurs? Movie. Wait, there's nothing because I like dinosaurs. That's a cartoon. Because I like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are not a movie. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Let's move on. Okay, I'm going downstairs. Thanks for watching As a Kindergarten. Make sure you subscribe.
I know that dude his toes. That guy.
This guy? What's happening, man? You know what? I sent you some memos stuff this morning, so this is
I live in a world of pain.
We can send you no dumb right.
You know that they be on.
Am I in your seat now?
Where anything that's not done, deal.
First I was in Mr. Smith's seat, now I'm in yours.
But I get the message.
No.
Hey, 12 hours today. What's happening, Will? Right. Hey, good one.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
When I saw this, and I was mad, because this is past the baby stuff right here.
Let me know when everybody's logged on, or if anyone needs more time. Because this is definitely really lunchtime.
I'm ready to go.
All right.
You gonna move?
Okay. I know you don't think we're doing anything right now.
Yes, Will, I gotta ask you something.
How are you?
Hurry and get him on there.
Pause, sir.
What's my hand? My cousin Coach Steph, he said, Pastor Sermon was trying to fit out, don't fit in. Then I said this. Brian told Luke to fit. I said, hey, you don't watch ESPN and came in with a sermon.
Yes. Yep.
Hit him with it.
Oh, you got? Oh,
I now call to order this February 25th, 2025 special meeting. Let's see. Madam Treasurer, may we have a roll call?
President Goodwin,
Here.
Dr. Bailey,
Here.
Mr. Lacey,
here.
Mr. Smith,
Present.
Ms. Reiner,
Present.
Mr. Walker,
Here.
Ms. Wick.
Present.
7 present.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, as a reminder, our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower. Our vision is to inspire, educate, empower scholars for a lasting impact. And our purpose is to cultivate a supportive and engaging educational experience. Madam Treasurer, do we have any hearing of the public today?
No.
All right. Dr. Lawrence, your recommendation?
That's a good one. I recommend approval of the following certified appointments.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Lacey, second by Dr. Bailey. Any questions?
Yes, for me.
Go ahead.
Why could these not wait until our meeting in March, our regular meeting?
Because I allowed them to put them on.
But I thought that the meeting was called for a different reason.
It was, I still allowed them. Any other questions?
So we're bypassing the original order that you gave them, and now we're changing it to allow for these ones?
Explaining and bypassing what original orders, because they had a deadline of what they could do to put something over here, and they met that deadline.
Correct, but what I'm saying
Okay.
is, we have a meeting in 2 weeks. I'm just curious of why these have to be, I mean, this isn't until What's the urgency with these?
All right, Dr. Lawrence, you have the urgency.
Teachers and paraprofessionals, so we just thought we want to get on one as soon as possible. One's a 4th grade teacher, the other one is classified as paraprofessionals. Another one's an SRO. I know you asked about whether we're at full strength there a lot, so.
That's an SRO for a resignation. Not for a
Well,
hiring.
yeah, gotcha.
So none of these actually state like this is a hiring emergency.
4th grade teacher, and the other one's for resignation. We wanted to get on now.
Yeah, the 4th grade teacher, it's retirement.
Yes. Yeah, we want to get that on.
And this is state and public schools.
Yeah, we want to get that on.
Are there any other questions? Seeing none, may we have a vote?
President Goodwin,
Yes.
Dr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mr. Lacy,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
Ms. Reinhardt,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
It's a no because of their process.
Ms. Wick.
Yes.
6 yeses, 1 no.
Your next
I
recommendation?
recommend approval of the following classified appointments. So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Lacy, second by Dr. Bailey. Any questions? Seeing none, may we have a vote?
President Goodwin,
Yes.
Dr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mr. Lacy,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
Ms. Reinhardt,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
No.
Next
Ms.
recommendation.
Wick.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm recommending
6
approval.
yeses, 1 no.
Now,
Gotcha. Recommend approval of the following classified exempt employees. So moved.
Second.
moved by Mr. Lacy, second by Mr. Walker. Any questions? All right, seeing none, may we have a vote?
President Goodwin,
Yes.
Dr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mr. Lacy,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
Ms. Reinhardt,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Wick.
Yes.
7 yeses.
Next recommendation?
Recommend approval of the following supplemental appointments. So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Lacy, second by Dr. Bailey. Any questions, comments? Seeing none, may we have a vote?
President Goodwin,
Yes.
Dr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mr. Lacy,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
Ms. Reinhardt,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Wick.
Yes.
7 yeses.
Recommend approval of the following athletic supplementals.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Wick, second by Mr. Lacy. Any questions or comments?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. I guess Dr. Jones ain't even here.
He is not here because he is on a listening tour with the transportation department that they were having right now. They ran over.
All right, well, I want to put it out there that I would hope, and it is my request that we get our other positions up post haste so we can start filling those. Appreciate the ones that are here, and I appreciate us getting out in front of these. But I definitely want to lift up the need to post our positions, not only in here, but the other positions that we need around the district. If we're posting those post haste, we can get those. Appreciate it.
I will say to you that Dr. Jones, Chief Jones, Dr. Davis, and Miss Mickey have been working hand in hand to get them up. As you can see, if you look at the things right now, everything through fall is currently posted, which is significantly faster than I think in the last 3 years I've been here. So they are listening to those requests, and those are up. And if everyone could refresh their screen, there was an error on this page. And those are corrected now. Any other question or comments? Seeing none, may we have a vote?
President Goodwin,
Yes.
Dr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mr. Lacy,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
Ms. Reinhardt,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Wick.
Yes.
7 yeses.
Are there any comments on the budget information? All right. Yes, no?
I was looking through. I don't.
Yes, you do have something, or no, you don't?
No, I was looking on here. One moment, please, ma'am.
Okay, give you a minute.
Thank you.
I do.
Go ahead, Mr. Walker.
Dr. Lawrence, so
Yep.
with the dispensing medication, is that only in buildings where a nurse is not there full time? Like if a nurse is split between two buildings, or is that, how's that set up?
Thank you for your question. That's if they're split and if the clerical has to give the medicine out too.
Okay.
So sometimes the data tech, sometimes the secretary, so they're part of that process as well.
Okay, and then to go back to our meeting last week, just trying to understand, the paraprofessional role is for the students that's like in that specific classroom setting, not to interfere with like this other piece.
Give me more. You said that.
So I think the one we did last week, which was the para role for like if they're working with those in dispensing medicine or something like that, that is totally different than the teacher side as far as operation side. Like
Yeah, so we have several sets of pairs. As you know, bus, then we have classroom, and then sometimes we have them just floating in the building. If they happen to be that person that dispenses, whoever gives the medicine, we're trying to make sure they get paid. That's what that boils down to.
Okay.
So they just get extra pay?
Correct.
Mr. Smith, did you have any other questions?
No, I'm good. I'll bring it up later. I had some things in budget, but it was nothing on this piece. My question is more so into the males and females of color, as they've been told that they do not have the budget for some pieces, which I'll bring up outside of here in our meeting with them.
No problem at all. I would take that question outside of that. Do you know who told them that? It wasn't me.
Well, they were told that they couldn't post the position that they wanted to post, and they're down to 7 male mentors throughout the whole district.
Gotcha. We'll talk.
All right.
All right.
All right. I recommend the approval of the following board member expenses as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Wick, second by Mr. Lacy. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, may we have a vote?
President Goodwin,
Yes.
Dr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mr. Lacy,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
Ms. Reinhardt,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Wick.
Yes.
7 yeses.
All right. Next, we have a resolution on here based on some incidents that occurred to us. Dr. Lawrence, can you just give us a quick little background on what happened over this past weekend?
Absolutely. I received a call at 10:30 on Friday night that Dunbar was possibly going to have to forfeit their game after defeating Eaton because a player from DECA played for about 22 seconds during that game. We were not made aware that the player had been expelled from school. So the player was academically eligible, but had been expelled from DECA. So we were not contacted by DECA. And we attempted during the weekend and early this week to get a temporary protection order to stop the next game from occurring so that we can have Dunbar play because we didn't think that was fair, but the way it happened. We also had a meeting on Sunday with all the players and their families and extended families, and it was very, very, very emotional. They were devastated that they weren't going to be able to go further. So we tried legally, we called OHSAA, and we were not able to get in front of that. And then through the efforts of the board, primarily you working with legal to help draft this, we from an administrative standpoint, supported 100% based on the damage to our kids.
And just for those who don't know what it is, I'll go ahead and read it, just give you guys the time. So this is a resolution to temporarily prohibit the participation of non-DPS enrolled students, including community charter students, school students, in Dayton Public Schools interscholastic athletics beginning spring 2025 until further notice. Whereas the Dayton Public School Board of Education seeks to promote the participation of its enrolled students in interscholastic athletics and ensures that no athletic opportunities are denied to enrolled students. And whereas the lack of proper reporting and verification procedures regarding the eligibility of non-DPS enrolled students, including community charter school students, has resulted in unfair disadvantages for the Dayton Public Schools enrolled students. And whereas in order to ensure equitable participation, it is necessary to establish clear and consistent eligibility procedures before permitting non-DPS enrolled students, including community charter school students, to participate in Dayton Public Schools interscholastic athletics. And whereas it shall be the responsibility of non-DPS school administration, including but not limited to community charter schools, to work in collaboration with Dayton Public Schools to develop and implement procedures that provide DPS with adequate and timely knowledge of non-DPS students' eligibility status, ensuring compliance and with all academic, disciplinarian, and residency requirements. Now, therefore, be it resolved that beginning with the spring 2025 season, the Board of Education temporarily prohibits the participation of non-DPS enrolled students, including community charter school students, in Dayton Public Schools interscholastic activities, Dayton Public Schools interscholastic athletics until further notice. Be it further resolved that the burden shall be placed on non-DPS school administration to initiate and maintain communication with Dayton Public Schools in order to establish eligibility procedures that align with DPS standards and ensure fair participation. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education suspends any policy to the contrary, including but not limited to policy IGDK-R-3, as it pertains to permitting non-DPS enrolled students, including community charter school students, to participate in interscholastic athletics. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education directs the superintendent, business manager, and chief of athletics to oversee the development of these procedures in collaboration with non-DPS school administration and to take any necessary action to enforce this resolution. Be it further resolved that this resolution shall remain in effect until further notice unless the Board of Education takes formal action to remove or modify this prohibition. I move that we adopt this resolution.
Second.
Are there any comments, questions for the floor?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
When you called, did you contact the school that student went to, and why did they not contact us?
The principal contacted the principal of DECA, and the reason given was that the administrator was out, wasn't in the building. I think it was out on leave, and so I guess that's where the gap was there. I called the superintendent of DECA, and he didn't reiterate that story, but he just said that, hey, we weren't contacted, but that he would be more than willing to work with us to develop rules and protocols to be able to make sure that this didn't happen again. So we talked to the principal, and I talked to the superintendent.
Thank you.
Mr. Smith?
Being nicer than you really have to be.
He is being nice.
I just want to be able to say that. But to really go into that, I think part of that is that lack of communication, and not only the lack of communication, but then the onus being placed on the parent and student to deliver those messages. That was the other piece that was given, was that the expectation was that that student and that parent would be the one to notify the school of their enrollment status. I think that is where my issue comes, is that we're pushing off the duties. And I think that's just, it's not right, because it puts people in a bad situation, and it puts parents and community members in the spaces of having to be whistleblowers when that should be a district-to-district communication. So, appreciate you being the nice guy right there, but I did want to say that I had to put that out there. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Do we know how many students this will impact?
I think there are 11 or 12 basketball players on the team that will not. Got you. Moving forward.
Yeah, and the reason I ask that is, if this is not resolved with those charter schools by spring, what would then be that effect for those fall sports and those numbers as well?
Let me rattle them off real quick. Flag football, track, softball, baseball. I would say the number of athletes that are coming from charters that participate, maybe a few dozen.
Okay.
Through all those sports.
I'm just, is it primarily one specific school, like that specific school students, or is it various other charter school students?
In this case, it's one school, but we've had issues before in the past. And I think, we had a legislative luncheon the other day, and the conversation around transportation and charters came up, and there was universal agreement among, I think, the 16 superintendents. I said, hey, transportation, it would be great if they had their own buses and transported their own kids so that we didn't have to do it. I guess the next step after that is, given some of the issues we're having in athletics, what about your own gym, your own coaches, and your own players? Because we really shoulder the burden for that.
Okay, thank you.
No
Mr.
problem.
Lacy?
I think this, I mean, I just think it needs to be said that this is just an example of how the legislature is quick to respond to the requests of the school choice movement without considering the effects on I mean, respond to their requests at the expense of traditional public schools like Dayton Public Schools without considering the effects on our students.
Mr. Smith?
I appreciate that, Mr. Lacy. I would say on top of that, it highlights the fact that through OSHA, non-publics and charters actually have more choice in participation. As it stands now, if a child goes to a charter school, they have the opportunity across the state to participate in different sports. Whereas if a child is in a public school here and we do not offer that sport at that school, then they do not have the participation ability. This is something that was brought up at OSHA multiple times. There was 2 votes recently in the last few years that stopped that. So I definitely think there is a big discrepancy there where technically the students in public schools, namely urban districts, do not have the same ability to participate in these kind of athletic opportunities as students in charter districts, as illustrated here. So I'm just glad that there's some eyes on these things. Unfortunately, we've seen some of the votes that I don't think it's going to change without actions from districts. So I'm glad that we're in this space where we're talking about these things, because that is the reality that it goes along and it's hand in hand with the school choice movement. So I appreciate Mr. Lacy bringing that up. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any other comments? I do want to say that although the hope that we were hoping for is that our team could have been back in, because it is unfortunate to watch children who go an entire season be disqualified for a technicality that had no impact whatsoever on their win, because they won by 20 plus points. Is that correct?
Yep.
So 22 seconds.
The game they would have played would have been a battle of the city.
I don't know.
Dunbar versus Northridge.
But that piece of it, that is, there's not much we can do there, because that is outside our jurisdiction. We don't have the control over that one. I want those families and those students to know that the Board of Education does support, and we are trying to actively make sure that this doesn't happen again. And this resolution is a step in us doing just that, putting more protection for you all, and us doing what we can with the power of the pen, and empowering our administrative staff to do what they need to do to protect your future endeavors. There are no other comments. May we have a vote?
President Goodway,
Yes.
Dr. Bailey,
Yes.
Mr. Lacy,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
Ms. Reinhardt,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Wick.
Yes.
7 yeses.
Is there anything else before we adjourn?
Yes. Were we not doing what we initially had called the special meeting for?
That's correct. It was requested to be removed, so it was removed.
I don't think that was the request.
Okay. Go ahead. What would you like to say? The floor is yours.
I mean, were we all prepared to move forward with voting on it? I never received a call said that it was going to be pulled. Like, there was no
Well,
further discussion on it.
They don't call you for that. They call the board president, and actually it went through our legal department, so that's why you didn't receive the call.
Okay, so are we able to,
You can put whatever you want out there, Mr. Walker. Go ahead.
well, is it better to go into executive session and talk to Madam Treasurer?
I'm not going into executive session because I didn't plan for a long meeting. But if you wanted to put it on the floor, again, you need a second and you need people to go with you, Mr. Walker. Go ahead.
So you're not willing to do it?
I'm telling you where I am. But again, if you would like to do something, otherwise I'm gonna call for a motion to adjourn. Because legal is handling that part now.
I have a
People-
question then.
People you
So
sit next to.
if we are not doing that, are we planning to have any meetings or any discussions before March 1st?
At this point, you both are asking about contract negotiations, and that is with our legal department at this point. So I'm not planning on anything, but if you guys have something that you want to put out there, this is your moment. I cannot answer any questions about the intent of the buy here.
I mean, I'm willing to put it out there, because I mean, if we're gonna do it, we either do it or we don't do it.
That's correct.
So I would move to approve the treasurer's extension. If there's I will move, put a motion on the floor to approve her extension.
I'll second.
It's moved in second. Are there any questions? Seeing none, may we have a vote?
President Goodway.
I'm gonna say no because I don't know the terms of it.
It's the one that was on.
That's the one you
Told you
pulled
no.
off.
Go ahead, continue.
Okay. Dr. Bailey.
I'm also gonna say no.
Mr. Lacy.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Reinhardt.
No.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Ms. Wig.
No.
4 no, 3 yes.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So we have a meeting
Second.
to do HR shit.
May we have any questions?
I had a meeting
Moved
to
by Ms. Wick,
do
second
HR
by
stuff.
Dr. Goodwine.
That's all it was the
All right, maybe we have
Do
a
it.
roll call.
ineffective departments recommendations. That is what we meant for.
President Goodwin.
Yes.
Dr. Bailey.
Yes.
Mr. Lacy.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
Ms. Reinhardt.
Yes.
Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker.
I'll say yes, and payback is coming.
Ms. Wig.
Take
Yes.
that how you got it.
7 yeses.
Because the meeting was called for her contract. So we shouldn't have had this meeting. That's not what she said. That's not.
David, more passes tonight.